This is Pictoglyph. Very ominous, ominously no music, and ominous question marks. Okay, these are shaped snakes and birds. Okay, I know how to. What is going on here? I was about to say, I know how to play. I know how to do Picross. I don't need to look at this. There are 2 types of clues which help solve the puzzle: rows and columns. Depicted by Mayan symbols representing numbers. They indicate how many tiles need to be marked in each row. Oh no, that is still the same. Okay, I think maybe 2. Oh, okay, that's how they mark it here. Oh, that's, well, okay. You can mark tiles as blank by right-clicking them. In the example below, you see the bottom row and column on the right have been solved. Oh, wait. So it's not like a normal one, though. Because this would be 5, but it's not a 5. It's 4 and a 1. The bottom row and column on the right have been solved. 1. So it's not like a normal Picross, right? Am I crazy here? The second type of clue, oh, okay, this is different. This is different. Oh god. Is displayed on the board itself. These orange symbols are pictoglyph clues. In this game, a pictoglyph shape is a random generated and depicted by a symbol. In the demo, we have the snake and the bird. These symbols are unique and persistent in each new save game. The board is filled with these shapes randomly, and the shapes are hidden. A random tile from each shape is then revealed to act as a clue, letting the player know. Click on this tile to check how the shapes look at any point. Left click to mark a tile you suspect is part of the pictoglyph shape. However, if you're unsure which one, this marks the tile as generic, depicted by the circle symbol. Left click the orange tile to begin marking. Tile will change in appearance to indicate you're marking the tile. Click on tiles to mark as part of the selected pictoglyph. Once you finish marking, click the orange origin tile again to finish. Alright. I was gonna say let's play. Let's do the tutorial. This is the tutorial. Okay, let's click play. If there's no sound, I might play my own music. And it looks like there's no sound, so let's play our own music. I clicked play, but the song was ending. Okay. So, it definitely did not seem like... The thing that killed me was this. Where I'm like, what do you mean? This is not 5, this is 4, and then 1. Why would it have a line? So, I'm a little scared. I think I might need chat help for this one to actually try to understand why or how this works. So this is 9, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I don't know how to, so like if I click that, how do I, oh, right click to undo. I mean, there isn't a penalty, but I also don't know. This is a different beast. So if I do this, what happens? Nothing, right? Interesting. So you do like, oh yeah, that's my shape. But I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's, I don't know how to do, chat, I don't know if I can do this. The puzzle guy, I don't know if I know how to do this at all. Player has to mark the correct tiles on the board. There are 2 types. Representing numbers. They indicate how many tiles need to be marked in each row or column. But not like a Picross style. Even though this says it's Picross style. Am I reading this wrong? This is 5. But this is not 5. This is 4 and 1. This is 4 and 1. How do you do this without guessing checking? Okay. In this game, randomly generated. In the demo, they have snake and bird. The board is randomly filled with the shapes, and then the things are hidden. A random tile revealed for each clue, letting the player know that particular shape is there. And then you have to like make the grouping. Oh boy. So somehow this is like Sudoku. I feel like this is more like Sudoku. Because it's not 4-1 type thing. Okay, I feel like the ones that are 9 go back to the snake and bird. What about them? Wait, oh, do these have to be this shape? Is that what that means? No, because this, oh, I guess they're saying like this combines a snake there and then a snake here. So it's 2 snakes. Oh, okay. That might be the secret that I needed. Okay. But can you, wait, hold on. Can you, that's why you need to look at that for the shape thing. Okay. Can it be upside? Oh, and this doesn't, it doesn't have to be a specific spot. It could be there. Could be this part of it. Okay. Wow, that is confusing. That's still way harder, but still don't know if I know how to figure it out from there, but because it doesn't have to be there. It could be any of these 5 spots. So I guess if there's 9, right? Maybe that's something to consider. Bird. But it could be, like, it could be this. The hell? Well, it can't be that. It could be that. It could be, this. Why does it do that every time? It could be this, right? But why do these look like snakes? I'm not really sure what's going on there. The snake is all the same starting symbol, but not the bird. That's not true. The snake could be different starting spots. Because this snake has to be starting from here and then goes like that. And then the one from here goes like that. Right? So, yeah. That definitely gets us more in the right direction. I don't really know how you... I feel like I need to see someone solve it once. And get an idea. This might just be a straight up I'm too dumb. But I feel... And then also, I guess... How do you know if you get it right? Okay, well, there's only one thing here in this entire row. So the tile has to be above the bird marker. No, it could be here. It could be like boom, 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 right? It could be there. Is there a rule that says it has to be right next to it? I think that's part of what gets me is like, how do you know for like how would you know for sure? In this game, feels like you have to like do multiple row solves at one time, which is kind of a lot. I feel like. Well, okay, this is one of the 3, so there's that. But it's okay. But here's the thing: it could be this, or it could be. Let's say it's actually maybe is there a way to? Maybe that's the secret. Would there be a way to fit the snake here with, but it also could be this, but it can't because you have to have the 1. Could it somehow go this way? No, because then you run into the bird. I'm assuming you can't do that. I don't. Trying to think if there's any way that you can have this be part of a snake that makes this different. I guess it could be like this. That would be the other way to do it, or you know, the same thing, but then it starts here and it's like this, and then you have somehow have the, you know, like this thing going on for the bird or whatever. So I still don't feel like there's a actual guarantee of what's happening. Because it could be 3 here, it could be 3 down here. It could even be the 3 up here, but then you just have the 1 for the 1. So yeah, this feels impossible. Feels impossible without like a piece of pen and paper and figuring things out. Column 3 is solved. No, it's not. Were those already birds, or did I randomly click there? Why was it red? Why was what red? You thought that was a starting tile? Whoa, that's interesting. I feel like I want to reset the whole game. Or if I hit play, does it reset the board? Okay, it does. Thank God. So this is 6, and we already have 4. So that's cool. Is there any where it already gives us all of them? No, not even close, really. This feels like a Sudoku thing where you can't just do this on a computer. And you need to like, or you can't just do it by clicking and you need to like have Photoshop layers to actually then compare things and then go back and undo and redo, and it's pretty crazy. There's kind of a void of space. You know what? I think these can automatically be blocked off, because the red could go down here at most. This can go 3 over at most. This can only go 1 up at most. I think you can block off this as well. All right, hold on. Maybe I'm onto something. That's something. This gets blocked off because this can't go down. Oh, no, it could. It could go down and then like that. So, okay. I wish I could make it not be the circle, but be like the squares, but whatever. So that's something. This could be marked because it could be snake like that. Could also be here, snake like that. Could this be touched by anything? Yes, because bird could go down and then across. Yeah. Okay, but up here there's got to be some empties because this at most over here. I feel like you can blank all of that. I'm pretty sure you can blank that too. You can blank this as well because this at most is 4 and then 1 up. This could be, oh, I guess this one. You could go 3 up 1. Put that one back up. This can get blocked. This can get blocked because the shape has to have the space in front of it. Okay, actually, I'm getting somewhere now. A little, not a ton, because now I don't know if there's anywhere else that I could really think of. But sure, this could be. Actually, can this be part of it? Because it'd have to be here and then 4, right? I think you can block that, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So yeah, so there's 3 spots left here. And there's only 2 that got to be filled in. So that's something. What about here? I think I can block that off. Same thing, right? Can only go... Oh, no, you could go 4 and then up 1, right? Yeah, you go 4 and up 1, so that doesn't work. Same for this, 4 and up 1. Yeah, and then that covered. That's covered. That's covered. This covers all of that. Potentials. What about here? No, snake can reach. Snake can reach, snake can reach. Bird can reach. And then this bird can reach. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you to follow. It's like you kind of have to picture this, but then be able to, like, you can't think of the red as being this spot. The red can be any of these spots. So it's like I'm basically just picturing the red as any of these spots. So like if the red is the far right, then 1, 2, 3, 4 up. But it also could be the far left, and it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. So it covers a lot. I feel like I'm not going to get much further than kind of like eliminating some obvious things, but then not actually know how to take that and go from actually selecting the pieces to finish. Because there's just too many possible stuff. Like these being able to reach up here, if you did circle that way, or this way, or this way, all that kind of thing. So like it feels like the middle you can never just decide, oh yeah, blank spot there. This could be here to here, this could be... You think this has many solutions? That's an interesting idea. I had not considered the idea of there being possible multiple solutions. Pictoglyph is, so this game is a Picross nonogram style puzzle game, kind of, in which the player learns and remembers a set of shapes represented by symbols, which have to be marked on a grid using columns. I mean, there is the similarity of the columns and numbers on the columns, but the way that the numbers work on the columns and the rows is not like Picross at all. Def limited because of limited rows and columns. There's definitely limited number of solutions, but the question is there multiple solutions or is there one solution? I feel like the answer could be multiple, but I also feel like it could be just one because of all the numbers. But like even then that kind of turns into like way more of a guess and checking type of thing than I want out of a game. I was gonna say I can blank this, but that's not true because the snake can go here and up. And then the red could go here and here, and then it's not a problem. Then like nothing's broken. Well, actually, if you did that, then this can't go back up because then that's 2, but sure there's... So I get, well... Okay, let me think about that. If it's 3 up, 2 here, then this would have to be... I assume you can't have 2 things on the same... Like snake and bird on the same thing, right? Oh, they have this weird like snake on snake, but like... I assume you can't snake on bird or bird on snake, right? Don't know. There isn't an example that shows that, so I feel like it means no. But so if the snake shape was this, these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this assuming that they can't overlap, means it couldn't go more this way. So this would have to be the far right of this shape and go 4 over and 1 up. However, that can't be true because then there would be 1 here and 1 here, and we know it has to be only 1, not 2. So I think I can block that? I don't know. I guess the same is true of this. If it's snaked this way, you would have to do the same thing, right? So I think that one. So yeah, this game's crazy. This one is so close because it's 2, right? So it's just, can I open slide 4 again? This is just about, I think, marking it to make the tiles not be blank, but have the symbol or something. Thinking, and, oh man, if the 2 dots meant they weren't connected, if the 2 dots meant they had to be separated, then you could guarantee that this is here, then that would be huge because it would give you 5. But the fact that it could, actually, I guess it can't be both of these, right? Because the shape is either this way or this way. So this has to be 1. Wait, hold on. Why do those look like snakes? Why the hell do those look like snakes? What is this game? What? Why would they be snake shapes? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, and then you click it again at the end. Right. You click it again at the end and it converts it to the bird. Okay. Okay. So that's there. All right. Cool. So that means we have 2 and then 1, which means there's only 1 more spot left in this entire column. So that's cool. I guess that also means we know that it can't be these because this is already here. And so it just can't reach. This at most could be there? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could obviously be, actually, I guess if we're assuming that that can't overwrite the snake. Oh, but this could be down here, so I guess you can't block that. But does then that mean that it does just have to be right? Because we're again under the assumption that you can't have the snake and the bird overlap. You can have snake on snake or bird on bird. But if you can have bird on bird, then that means it could be this and then up. All right, so never mind. That doesn't guarantee that. It does not guarantee that. Snake could go down to here. Thought I had something for a moment. Although you do need 5 in this whole thing. And you can only get 3 from this at most. How would you get 1? How would you get 5 here, though? Oh, okay. You know what? I think I am gonna go with this again. And then I think you have to have it be like this. I feel like that's the only way you can get 5 out of this. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm going with for right now. Cause yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'm guessing we're going to attempt to do 1 puzzle in this demo and maybe look at the second one, but yeah. And I don't even know if we're gonna do this one. So, all right, that's 5. As far, it doesn't seem like there's a way for me to know if it's correct, so that's cool. I guess until the end. So this is 9 out of 10, and right now we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need both of these to be filled in. So only way to really do that is using both of these by going like that. And then this one is weird because you could go this way and in, or you could go out and in. So I don't know about that part, but top right, 3 top right column done. Pause champ. 3 top right column. 3 from the right column, this one. 6 in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Well, I don't have a lot of faith that that's true, but if it is, that's cool. I mean, like, I get that the number adds up, but then that just makes me not believe in myself for this now. is more of the thing. Anyway, this one, assuming we can overwrite, would be this. And we do know it can overwrite because it overwrites in this example. So it's either this way and down or this way out and down. Which I guess means you can block this either way, I think. Because, yeah, that can't go down to there. Okay. So then that means these have to be part of, like, the leg this way or the far. It basically means it has to be one of these two or this one so that it doesn't have the vertical above it. And which I guess that means they can't be the far left part because you need 3 more to the right, and that's just not possible. So I believe that means these are unmarked because at most this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So then that means this needs 7. This needs 7. And this is already 3. Oh, but you have the snake here that could mess up things too. I don't think I can really touch any more of this because the snake could go this way and down, could go here, etc. Okay. Alright. This needs 6, this needs 6. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need like 5 of these 7 filled in. This needs 4. So I think that just means I gotta have it be like that. And then that also means this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, whoa, hello. Hold on, and I got 4 here. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Oh, hold on here. Hold on, we're starting to move some pieces. Okay, so now that these are filled in the snakes, that means I believe I can take out some stuff here. Now this could go down to here, so we can't do that. But this, I guess this could be 1, 2, 3, 4 and up. Bang. This could go to here. I think this is blocked. Like this at most is 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and then the 5th is there. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, so they are still both counted there. I don't know, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So this is blocked. Boom and up. Boom and up. Yeah, okay. Boom and up. Boom and up. Okay. Okay. So with that blocked, and we need 6, and we have 4, 5 already, so only 1 more of these is filled in. Okay. And then we only need 1 more here. We only need 1 more here. This could be 4 and up. 4 and up. 1, 2 in that way. One of these 2 is filled in. Both of these are 9, so that's, you know, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's done. This needs 7. 4 of these 5 are filled in. 3 of these 4 are filled in. Is there a way for me to guarantee? I'm thinking this one might be guaranteed regardless. If you need 3, it's gonna be part of the snake, right? Actually, it could be part of the bird, technically. But I think this is guaranteed regardless. Whether it's 2 up from the snake and down. No, I guess that wouldn't work because then the bird can't reach. But, well, the bird can't reach there anyway. So this has to be part of the snake. But then we don't know the rest. It's up or down, basically. But okay, that's something. Which then means that the bird is minimum this. But it could be 3 over and then up, or it could be 1, 2, 3 and up. The snake could be here and down. Yeah. Yeah. And it could also be 3 down this way, though. So that I can't guarantee... I guess I could do the same guarantee here, right? Because it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I know there's the 5. I'm not counting the 5 usually, because it's not necessary. Okay. So that gives us 4, 5, 6 out of 9. This game's hard. It turns out this game's kind of tricky. And this could be 3 like this. I was trying to see if I could block this. This needs 5. There's a lot left. This needs 6. There's kind of a lot left. This needs 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So almost all of this is checked off. But it could be partly added by from this one coming up. Because I was thinking, well, at most you can have 4 on a horizontal here, which is probably going to be the case. And then 2, so 4 and 2 is 6, and then you need like 1 here. You feel like Picross, you start automatically visualizing patterns and it starts moving, clicks way faster? Well, part of it is that these numbers, they tell you a total, but they don't actually, you know, Picross, you know that there's spaces in between, and here you don't, there's no guarantee on knowing if there's spaces in between and stuff, so way tougher. It's way harder to really figure it out. I think a tutorial of like a much smaller board. It's kind of, I guess, maybe hard to do a smaller board because the shapes are 5 by like 5 pieces big each. But maybe a step by step. I think maybe you do maybe a 5 by 5 that has one of each shape or something, and then it kind of goes through each step of it would help. But I think we know how it works at this point. So for us, I don't think we need it, but for like initially starting, it was a little rough. Initially starting, it was pretty rough. Feeling a little bit stuck. Wait, this is 7? No, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 4, so there's only 1 here. Is this guarantee in with the bird? It should be, right? For the same reason that these ones are, I think. Do I notice that some tiles are slightly darker? I don't know if that's a flux thing. Do they happen to be the ones that are part of shapes not finished, or are there ones that are darker, like randomly elsewhere? These ones kind of look darker to me, but I don't know. So this is 9. Right now we have 5, 6, 7. Only the unfinished ones. Yeah, that makes sense though. That makes sense then. I don't know, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like if you could do like 5 layers of math of like, if this is here and then this is here, then this is here, just based on the numbers here, you might be able to figure it out. But it feels like that's too much to have to memorize. I think is one of the issues for me here. Is that it feels like you need to memorize too much or click on stuff. Maybe they're hoping you do this. But then the thing is, you can't really, like, there isn't a good undo. This is still grayed out. It's like you can only click this or make it gray. And so I don't want to like click around to be like, okay, if it's temporarily looking like this, and then, you know, this, that, and the other, and then it ends up being not the case, but it's also not necessarily blocked out, then I don't want this circle hanging around. Because the circle is kind of, I think, supposed to imply that we know it's filled in, but you don't know which type it is or something like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm just stuck at the point of like, you have to do too many layers deep of like, okay, if this is here and then this is 4, that's 5, and so then if that's 5, then I think it's just too many layers of that for me. I have to try to remember. This is 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all of these except 1 is not filled in. But again, you kind of have to do like a bunch of layers of guessing. Wait, this is 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There's 2 things of 7. There's this 1 that could be here. There's a 1 here somewhere. We got spots that are limited down, but I don't know how to shave off that last bit. Like I do, but I don't. Not in a simple fashion. Not in a fashion that's straightforward, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right word is. This could be here, but then this could also... wait, is this blank? Because that could be to there. This could at most be to there, right? I think that could be blank. I think that's blank, right? I think that's blank. I think that's blank. I think that's blank. I hope that's blank. I sure hope it's blank. Okay, does that help me though? 6 here, and there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, nope, that doesn't. I mean, I'm sure it'll eventually help. Doesn't really help yet. This is 6. So there's too many. This is 6. There's already 5. There's too many. There's too many layers. I don't even think layers is really the best way to describe it, but I'm not sure what other word to describe that is better than having to think multiple layers of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's, so yeah, this column, 7 out of, basically 1 of these is blank, but the rest are filled in, I guess. But it could be this, actually, can it be this one? Yeah, because you could do like this shape. I thought for a second I might have had it by blanking this automatically, but no, the snake could go here. Let's think about this. this could technically go up by 1 to help. So you could have like 4, 5. Whether it's at this spot or this spot. Whatever. And then this could be over here or over here. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 out of these 6 remaining spots, because we already got 2. So yeah. Let's think about that. So you imagine there's 4 here. I think you have to have a 4 in here from this thing. But you don't know which way, but you have to have 4. Okay, fine. Let's assume that's true. Then you need 1 more, which could come from this. I guess it kind of has to come from this, because this can't be the like up piece of the bird. It has to be a horizontal piece. So, but you don't know if it's here or here, but it has to be one of those. Because there's no way to have this be up here, this be here, and then only have 3 represented here. So I think that does give us something. Now it means that I think this is guaranteed, regardless. I think it means that this cannot be in, because we know that this has to fill in either here or here. And this will also then either fill here or here. So, that's filled in, I think, regardless. This, I think, is blanked regardless. Which then, because again, this could go up here or here, and then this could go back here or all the way over here. So now we have 4, so you only need 3 left, and there's 3 spaces left. Wait, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I just solve it? No, because... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shit. I thought I got it. These definitely are filled in, for sure. But I don't know... I don't know if I can blank this or not. One of these has to be filled in by this, okay? So you're going to get 5, either this way or this way. And then you need 2 more, because it's 5 and 2. So it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, so does that mean this is guaranteed? Did I just like reverse change everything? My plans? I think I did. I did. Right? Oh, I like don't trust myself on this. You guarantee we'll have 4 from this, either that way or that way. So 4 plus 5 from one of these things popping up, and then you need 7 in total. So it's that or that. Okay. I think that means these 2 have to be filled in. Okay. Now granted, we don't know if it's snaked down this way, or up this way and down, or this way and down. So I don't think you can still block, like remove any of these things, but it does fill some stuff in over here, I guess, and some stuff here, which is something, and stuff here. This also needs 7. We only have 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 out of these 4 not filled in ones are part of the recipe. Now I am thinking, no, this, I was trying to see, could this be guaranteed part of the snake? No, because this could be 4 and then down 1, and then this could be part of the bird this way, and then go up, and then blank, and then bird this way, so that type of deal. But do you see how, like, how many layers of things I kind of had to try to think of there? Okay, but wait, does that mean this can be blanked? No, because this is over here and then up. God damn. I think I might be able to blank some of this, just the fact that this has to be 4 in this direction. You don't know exactly where, but it kind of has to be, like, this is the bottom row of the bird. So I think that means I can do that at the very least, and I think I can do that even. You want to see an example of the solved board again? This isn't a solved board, this is a solved, just the outer edge. It's not a solved board. They were just saying what the solved border part is. Okay, but good news, it means that we have this, because it literally can't be done any other way. So that means we blank this, because it can't be. That's already 4, this is 2. So this is already 3, so we can blank it. This is 5 and then 1. Well, it can't be here because you already got 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then it has to be this for 6. Okay. So then that also means it has to be here, I think. So then that means that this is that, because now that's 5, 6, 7. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blank. Okay. Okay. We just did a lot. We just figured out a lot. This has to be 7. Literally, this whole roll is getting filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, the only way for that to happen is for this to be here, and then this to have these. So, that means this is done. That means this is done. That means this needs 7, 6, so then that's here. Oh my god, I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Wow. Wow, that is crazy. I'm shocked at myself there a little bit. That was cool. Incredibly difficult, but wow. Now, one thing about this one that maybe was not part of the example was this like overwriting. I think I just realized something. I think these aren't overriding. I think this is just a 5 that's here. And then this 5 is just not touched yet. This is just one snake that starts this way. It's not necessarily 2. I don't feel like it said that they can't overwrite, but maybe that's something I should just assume, is that they cannot overwrite each other. Wow, that was crazy. How do I finish? Do I click to leave? I guess just escape? So if I do this, does it start over? Oh yeah, that's not happening. I don't think I'm going to do another one only because we're already at 48 minutes, like almost 50 minutes. Now that I've finished one, that was pretty interesting. It definitely has that Sudoku element of having to think about it that is different from Picross. At times, Picross maybe has a little bit of that in terms of eliminating spots that can't exist type of thing. That is definitely a Picross thing, but I feel like the way you do it, I don't. Maybe I'm totally off base here. I'm not really a Sudoku person, but something about it felt like a very different axis. And again, I mean, when I got it, you saw the moments when like I was finally starting to put some things together. There was a couple of different moments where it was like, well, okay, well now that I finished that one, especially at the end there, it was like, okay, now I finished that one, then that means the one above this, and then this, and then this. But that first like 30%, maybe even 50% is pretty brutal. You really gotta zoom out and like kind of, you know, like, oh, okay, well, nope, this could be down here, but it also could be down here, and then this. So this is an obvious blank because you have to have an up on the bird, for example. Tutorial you think needs more explanation? I figured it out that they can't overwrite, not written anywhere. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's me like reading into it in a stupid way. Maybe the average person wouldn't even consider that being a thing that you can overwrite. Maybe if you just moved this away, maybe I wouldn't have even had that thought, perhaps. Honestly, I probably wouldn't, if this was like here, if this red piece was here in the tutorial, it probably wouldn't have even came to my mind that they could overwrite. Maybe it would have, because, you know, I'm kind of like neurotic, overthinking, whatever guy, but part of me feels like it said somewhere that you can't overwrite, but I don't know if it actually did. I also would like to be able to kind of so this was filled in like this, which means it is a filled in piece, but it didn't tell you which. So that's an interesting, that was filled in by them, not by me. But yeah, I think a third kind of, the thing I said about when you hide, you can't like unhide. You can't unhide. I would like to be able to unhide, but without making it a circle. Because in theory, the circle is supposed to be, it's filled in, but we don't know which type, which is what this clue is. Because like, oh, it could be part of the bird, but it also could be part of the snake. That's why this is like this. We need like a middle click, or maybe press a key on the keyboard when you click to, or just let me, when I rewrite click this, let it come back up as a green blank. I think that would help. I would like that a lot. But also perhaps maybe a middle click or something to be a, this is me trying to visually see what it looks like without... I guess that's what the circles are, but then you can't reset them. So I guess the circles would be fine if you could reset them. You wouldn't need like another thing. But let me right click to reset to a blank green. Well, that I think I've broken this block. I cannot even click it anymore. I have broken the game. Well, can I click it now? No, I broke that block. Okay. Well, whatever. I can't. Maybe it's a bug, because it looks like it's trying to unset itself, but then it's bugging out in some way, as you can kind of see. So I think maybe the function is there, but there's something happening that's making it not work. It's broken in one way. Okay. Just fix that. It looks like you probably know that's what you're trying to do. I'm not going to do this one. I am tempted, because it was, once you got going, it was kind of interesting. But the first part is really tough. I think there would be like quite a bit of obvious blanks here to start. And this one, to start, this looks easier. Because the snakes can only go so high, so it's like, ooh, you feel like you get a bunch of freebies, right? Like, I'm already kind of moving a little quicker with it, right? Now, this actually could be filled in, but this one's a free blank, that one's a free blank here, free blank there. The bird could only go there and up. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop before I get too invested again. But that was Pictoglyph. Not what I expected, but very interesting. Very interesting. I think some tweaks could really help get there. And it is definitely not as easy as Picross, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not what I was expecting. If I knew going in, I think I would have been ready to battle a little more. But again, I actually think it is good. A couple tweaks could help, and the tutorial could use a little bit of finesse. Anyway, that was Pictoglyph.